you're watching American Wire. Ben Shapiro puts this woman in her place when she tries to make everything about race. Check it out.
And the issue is that white privilege makes people uncomfortable to talk about the societal privilege that they have.
Well, to me, what I say on campuses all the time is if you want to cite instances of racism that we can all find and fight together, that's something that I am more than willing to stand next to you and fight, because that's obviously stuff that we should fight together. But when you just say that there is a white privilege out there in the ether and that by dint of birth your skin color generates for you an advantage, what you're really saying to people is that your view is less valuable because you have not experienced what I've experienced. And that is an identity argument, that's a character argument, that's not a rational political argument that can actually be taken on in any way. It's more of a cudgel and a club than it is an attempt to open a discussion.
Well, I think it's a demonstrable evidence that through society's demographics that being white has societal privileges that being black does not. But
we can talk about how that manifests, because that's
I'm also interested in what you just said now, is that you would stand next to anyone who has this. So, Mr. Shapiro, my question to you is, for Ms. Dunston, the tying the noose around the campus and writing messages that target African-American young students, would you consider that hate speech, and then would you stand next to her and fight for her?
As I say, I would. This is the first I'm hearing about it, honestly. But
really,
yeah. But from hearing about it, maybe because it's local. I mean, I'm from LA. But in any case, I'm more than happy to stand alongside her and fight whatever group was responsible for this. Not only more than happy. I mean, you're talking about the alt-right. Again, I was the #1 target of anti-Semitic harassment from the alt-right last year.
Thank you.
I'm more than happy to do all that. And I think there's one more distinction that has to be made. When we talk about cases like Taylor's, they're horrific, and the administration is siding with Taylor. Okay, the administration is doing the right thing by Taylor, or trying to do the right thing by Taylor, as they should be. And I think that we need to make a distinction between cases where the administration is actively participating in the suppression of speech and cases in which the administration is trying to do the right thing in order to punish people for application of crime.
Do you see what they're trying to do here? We already see, whenever we see the news channel, whenever we see anything about social media, the Democrats and liberals are always trying to make everything about racism. And as they're doing that, they're trying to make white people feel guilty for being white, feel like there's something wrong because they're white. So when she opens up her questions to Ben and says that white people are uncomfortable to talk about their privilege and to talk about things that they have, it's because social media and the media, the press, is making white people uncomfortable and not feel like they have a voice anymore to even talk or speak about anything. Because anything that they have to say, they're going to say, oh, you got that because you're white, which is total bull. Liberals try to make it look like we're still living in the 1950s, and we're not. They're bringing up things that happened way back when that is no longer happening now. And when the lady asked Ben, would you stand alongside Dunston to, fight against race or whatever that was that she said, did you hear her say when he said that he never heard the story? She's like, oh, you didn't? Now, when she said that, she was leaning toward, oh, because you're white, you're not hearing those stories. You're not bothering to take note of those stories. But Ben put her in her place and says, well, I'm from LA. It's probably a local news. So that shut her up. But yeah, I'm getting so tired of them making everything racist. Ben stood his ground here and just proved to her and showed her that the road she was trying to go down with him was not working.